Hello all and welcome to another Daily Horizon View. Let's get stuck into it. Today is the 30th of the 4th, the last day of April. The year is flying by and this is our top 5 look at the ASX exchange traded funds. Our little spotlight today is IEU, which is iShares Europe ETF. Let's have a quick overview of the market. Today we were down and we closed out 0.48%, which was 64.18. The only green today was healthcare and consumer staples. Everything else was pretty rat shit. We had downward movement on gold and silver, also platinum. West Texas Intermediate crude was up 1.29% after being smashed yesterday. Other petroleum-related products are up broadly. So our top 5 percentage rises. We had ETP, MPD, INCM, Triple O, IEU, IHEB, so ETP MPD, which is our ETF's physical palladium ETF, and that one is backed by physical allocated precious metals. And that's the palladium is held in the US in the HSBC Bank. We saw a percentage rise today of 1.34% for EPMPD on a massive volume of 11 shares traded. So not much to see there, I don't think. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so let's have a quick run through of our top 5 percentage falls. We had OZR, GDX, QRE, MVR, MBA, OZR, which is the State Street Spider S&P ASX 200 Resources Fund. That one was down 1.61%, which equated to 19 cents. We had a reasonable volume, I suppose, for these ETFs with 19,000 shares traded. Our top 5 dollar rises, we had ETMP MPD, God's sake, that's a mouthful, keep tripping over that one, IJH, IVV, IHEB, and finally we had IJR. We had ETPMPD up at $2.41, as mentioned before, on a pitiful 11 shares traded, so nothing to see here that I think anyway. Top 5 dollar falls. Let's see if there's something more exciting going on here. VAP, IHVV, CURE, A200, and CETF. VAP, as most or some of you may remember, is the Vanguard Australia Property Securities Index ETF. That one's a good one to chase some yield. It pays out every quarter, so that one pays out, I think it was roughly 7%, I think, from memory. You got January, April, August, October, whatever it is, but 4 times a year. It was down $1.25, which was 1.42% on reasonable volume, just under 33,000 shares traded. Top 5 number of trades should be interesting today. The market was pretty low volumes all around. So we had VAS, STW, VAP, VTS, and VGS. So for those of you guys who may have forgotten, VAS is the Vanguard Australia Shares Index ETF. So that one tracks the S&P ASX 300. That one's a popular one for getting your hands on pretty much the top, probably 1/3 of the ASX, pretty much all the cream in that one. We was down 41 cents, which was 0.51%. Trades pretty much standard, about 174 trades went through. Moving on. Top 5 for volume, we had BNKS, ETHI, NDQ, and WBID and fuel. So BNKS is the BetaShares Global Banks ETF. That's currency hedge. Tracks performance of the NASDAQ Global ex-Australia Banks Index. And that one will pay a little dividend of 4.7%. Not too bad for volume. We had 188,300 shares traded. Marginally up 2 cents, so 0.3%. Top 5 for value, we are looking at today VAS, VTS, IAF, and IVV, followed up by SFY. So as mentioned before, VAS is the Vanguard Australia Share Index ETF. Value today, we had $6.5 million of shares traded. A pretty low day, as mentioned previously. There wasn't a great deal of volume through the whole market, so these ETFs are down as well on their volume, value, and number of trades. Okay, let's rip into it. We've got IEU, and that's iShares Europe ETF, and that's our spotlight today. Looking at the fund's investment objective, so it seeks to track the investment results of the index composed of European equities. The index, which is the S&P Europe 350, it's trademarked. It consists of large, mid, and small-sized companies in, I think it was about 13 or 14 European countries. So this ETF will give you exposure to a broad range of European companies in one single fund or one trade. Convenient access to European stocks. It's instantaneous diversification effectively. If and also you can use it as if you've got some kind of European play, you can use it for that as well. We have a net asset value of 63.52, trading just above that at 63.58. We have a management cost of 0.6%. You'll get a dividend in January and June or thereabouts, so your dividend yield will be 2.9%. So IU is structured as a local Australian listing that cross-lists into the US listed ETF. And the reason they do that simplifies it, but also reduces some of the associated tax costs. I don't think that there is a real need for investors in general to include a dedicated European equities investment in their portfolio, as I think there is actually, it's better and cheaper just to buy yourself an all-world ETF, so you cover all bases then, get the best of Europe and best of the rest of the world in one ETF. Also, this is a passive ETF, and as such, I believe that it is actually quite expensive at 0.6%. Therefore, I wouldn't purchase this ETF. I could possibly have a look at other ETFs, which are much cheaper. So have a look at VEQ and UBE. Let's have a quick look at what this one consists of and the performance and whatever else. Keep forgetting to flick through. Let's just get through this rubbish. Moving on. So We're looking at the top 10, Nestle, Novartis, whatever they do, Roche, HSBC, BP, Total, Royal Dutch Shell, SAP, Royal Dutch Shell, all the B-class shares, GlaxoSmithKline. So those 10 make up your top 20% of the holdings. So if you held it since 2000, you're looking at 5 to 6% over that time. So as always, this is information only, and you need to take your own personal circumstances into account and do further research and consult where required. We are here to crack your financial sky with information, trying to build your confidence, to go out there and have a go at these things yourself. Don't be afraid to give us a like, hit the subscribe button. Great to be with you again. Any comments, please leave a comment. Any ideas, we're grateful to work on those ideas and do the research for you guys and come back with some outcomes. Ciao.